In this video, we're going to find values of c guaranteed by the mean value theorem. It says given the function of f of x equals 2 minus 2 divided by x on the interval 2 to 8, find a point c between 2 and 8 so that it satisfies the mean value theorem. First things I want to do is I want to make sure that we are continuous and differentiable on this interval for f of x. So f of x is continuous on 2 to 8. And we also want to know f prime of x is differentiable on 2 to 8. So to figure out if f of x is continuous on 2 to 8, we need to look at our domain restrictions. So we have a division of x here, so x cannot be 0. Well, 0 is not part of 2 to 8, right? Not part of our interval. So it is continuous on f of x. But to figure out the f prime of x, I need to take the derivative of this. So I'm going to write f prime of x is equal to, if I take the derivative of 2, that's 0. If I take the derivative of negative 2 over x, let's go ahead and write that right here, derivative of negative 2 over x is equal to the derivative. I'm going to rewrite this. This is negative 2x to the negative 1. And then I actually take the derivative and I get negative 1 comes to the front. I get 2x to the negative 2. So my derivative here is 2 over x squared. Well, I cannot divide, x could not be 0 here. If x is 0, then I am dividing by 0, and that's a domain restriction. But our interval is 2 to 8, so yes, differentiable on 2 to 8. So we're good in those two areas. Now, f prime of x is equal to 2 over x squared. I'm going to write that as f prime of c, because now this guarantees that there's c is an element of 2 to 8 such that f prime of c is equal to f of b minus f of a over b minus a. Now, a and b are the 2 and the 8 here. So I can say that f prime of c is actually 2 over c squared. And then I can substitute that in here and say 2 over c squared is equal to f of b, which is f of 8, and then minus f of 2 over 8 minus 2. So what is f of 8? If I evaluate f of 8 and f of 2, f of 8 would be 2 minus 2 over 8, which is going to be, that's a quarter. 2 minus a quarter would be 7 over 4. Find a common denominator here, which would be, it would be 16 over 8 minus 2 would be 14 over 8, which reduces to 7 over 4. And this would be 2 minus 2 over 2, which is 1. So I end up with 2 over c squared equals 7 over 4 minus 1 over 8 minus 2 is 6. So now I want to start solving this. I'll probably rewrite this real quick. This would be, let's actually take the reciprocal of the left side. That would be c squared over 2. And we'll take the reciprocal of the right side, which would be 6 over 7 over 4 minus 1. So we're just going to say reciprocal. And then I can multiply by 2 on this side. And when I subtract 1 here, that'd be, I'd get 6 divided by 7 over 4 minus, this would be 4 over 4. That's 3 over 4. So I get c squared is equal to 6 over 3 over 4. And then it would be times 2 when I multiply it across. So that's going to equal, so we got to have c squared equals, if I multiply this by 2, I get 12 over 3 over 4 which I'm going to say is equal to 12 over 1 times the reciprocal of the denominator, which would be 4 over 3. We're going to cross cancel here, so that's 1, and that would be a 4. So I end up with 16 there. 4 times 4 is 16. So I have c squared is equal to 16. I take the square root of each side, and c would equal plus and minus 4. Now, c cannot be negative because our interval is 2 to 8. So we're going to say that can't be negative. So c equals positive 4.